Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Okay, let's take a look. Blood sugar is at 8.5. That's not the true story yet. This is the true story. I was above 22.2 millimoles per liter yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. And then I started to drop, came back up a bit and dropped again. I am not fully, because it woke me up at 2 to do a calibration. Because I guess I was dropping pretty quick. Time in range. Oh my God. It's not a good one, guys. 34% time in range. 68% was above. 34% in range. And look at this average sugar. It's at 13.9. I don't know what the hell went on yesterday. But I think it's my body. I haven't necessarily been feeling great. So we'll just keep it at that for a bit. But hopefully today I can bring this down. The big chunk won't come down till around 6 tonight. Okay, today I want to discuss respect me. And that isn't necessarily, I'm asking all the viewers to respect me. I'm asking my doctors, people who work with my health, to respect me. And we'll get right back. I'll be right back, sorry. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Respect me. I'm talking about with my medical teams. Respecting me in as such, including me. That's a big thing I learned pretty well from being here. And granted, a lot of the medical professionals who have worked here deal with people who aren't totally with it in their care. That's all I'm going to say. But I still am with it. I can still make decisions about my care. when I went to Abbotsford into the hospital into intensive care, the doctors didn't even include me. They made the decisions, and that was it. Now, granted, that was intensive care, but still, as a type 1 diabetic, as an adult type 1 diabetic, you should receive care. You should receive care that you take part in. Years ago, doctors would write prescriptions out for your care and say, this is what I want you to do with your insulins. I did not like that. If I ask questions, no, we're just going to try that, you do this. The patient really didn't have any say in anything that was going on. I can remember 13 when I got diagnosed. The endocrinologist, or I don't know if he was the endocrinologist or if he was a specialist, he and I did not see eye to eye. We had an incident where he misunderstood a statement I said, and he just yelled and screamed at me, and that was the last I saw of him. I guess he just walked away. Now, I was pretty well seeing the greener grass. My roommate, God forbid, had leukemia. And when he was fine and out of the hospital, he was on pills. And I had mentioned that I kind of wish I could have pills to control and it just went, what, do you want leukemia? Blah, blah, blah. Doctors' respect also goes as far as to listen to me. Why things aren't being done perfect. And I was diagnosed at the end of the era where people doctors' orders were the best sort of thing. And you had to follow them blindly. And I think what we just went through in the last couple of years led to this, that doctors weren't always giving the greatest advice to some people. And authority, it was the authority figure. And a lot of people said, oh, no, you're just putting microchips into people. Now, come on, I know microchips have got small, but really suspended in a liquid? I think science fiction's got a little, but anyway, you need to have a doctor that you can talk to that believes you are a partner in your care. I have seen this at GP, endo, dietitians, support staff. My first sort of feeling of respect came from an old school doctor, Dr. John Hunt. He was a pioneer in diabetes care. And he always sort of spoke to me as an adult. Didn't know if I really deserved it as an adult, but he spoke to me as an adult. And as such, we had a good relationship. I've told you the story of the next one. Now I think if I went to see him, we'd have an awesome relationship. But this stubborn idiot couldn't understand what Dr. Tildesley was trying to do. You're not always going to be agreeing with the doctor, but the doctor should be understanding, opening up, and saying, okay, well, let's try this. What do you think of this? How is this going? Now, respect has to go the other way as well. Sitting down with your doctor and going, oh, everything's fine. Yes, I do that all the time. And this goes years back, but it's a good example. When hemoglobin A1C came out, it was touted as the report card. And we'll be able to see if you're cheating. The first doctor that ever brought it up to me said that. Sorry, HEI. And I thought, great. But I could see where people took that wrong. And a lot of times, people just took it the wrong way. It was softened a bit after. It'll tell us how your treatment is actually doing. Now that's a much better way. Diabetic doctors, nurses know that, yes, everyone gets up bright and early every morning, gives their shots. Life doesn't get involved. Come on, really? They know that life does get involved. And you need to be aware. So don't go in with wild excuses. If you didn't do something, say, I forgot, or I'm sorry I didn't do it. Don't lie. Don't try to hide behind stories. And I've seen where diabetics will come up with elaborate ruses just to get out of a doctor yelling at them. Except for that one doctor, in all my years, in all my medical experiences, I've only had one doctor yell at me. They can say, well, we got to work on it, you know. I think it'll be the best for you. Don't write someone off. People are a force of habit. And if you have a doctor and, oh my God, I don't see eye to eye with the doctor, after an hour or half an hour or however long your appointment is with them, that's not true. I've become friends with my doctor, and I came up with a big decision that I had to change my endocrinologist. The endocrinologists I had wanted to pursue teaching, and that's awesome. But I was weary about who would I get. There were some awesome endos. I made a decision with one that I felt I knew and I connected with. Didn't mean I probably wouldn't have got along with the rest of them. I haven't had any qualms or queries. I've heard some people say, oh, you just like to go to that doctor because that person will let you get away with anything. And that, again, comes from a relationship you guys have with your doctor, or you gals. I guess I should use that to you gals. Guys and gals have with your doctors. And again, don't let anyone cut down your relationship you have with your doctor. Your doctor should be able to fight for you and stand up for you. I have full faith in my endocrinologist if he has to talk to another medical professional, that he has my best interest at heart. It's miraculous. So keep that in mind. You need to learn. As I was trying to say earlier, my endo left. But if I had to go to a new endo and go blind with them, I didn't know this endo that decided to go into teaching before I met her. It was kind of, I met her, she took a look at my foot, she took a look at my care, and we went off running. So, did we all have perfect blood sugars from there forth? No, we didn't. We had pitfalls, we had different things going on all along. But where I am in today is just as good as I had it before. Your doctors are individuals. But again, if you're constantly butting heads with your doctor, you may need to seek out another endocrinologist, nurse, whatever. Because your care is number one, but you don't need to be rude. But just remember, and keep well, Have a great day. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.